We have heard the idea of New Year resolutions, that we want to create lots of resolutions, and by the time we get to the second month of the new year, they start to really fade down and they start to really dim down. And why is that? Because the whole idea of New Year resolution is flawed. Yeah. The whole idea of New Year resolution is flawed because you are actually resolving. It's like the meaning of resolution is you're resolving something. And this completely go against how our mind and our identity works. So what you're saying is, I am that. That's what I'm programmed to do. That's what's my conditioning. That's my identity. That's what I'm conscious of being. And I'm going to resolve that and I'm going to do this instead. And that's not going to work because you are not it. So you act and attract in alignment with who you are being. How do you identify yourself? And if you're trying to resolve into something else, it's just not going to work. So what I'd really love to do is the idea of visioning and setting energetic projections. Okay, so what do I really mean by that? What I mean by that is that when you're actually visioneering, it's not about that you're creating something that is not there. You're not creating from scratch. You're just sneaking into what is available for you in your energetic field. The fact that you want it, it means it's yours already. You're meant to have it. You often don't have the desire to go and live in Venus, right? And the reason we don't have that is because that's not meant for us. So the things that we have desire is actually the preview of what is available to us, what is meant for us, and that's the only reason we desire them. So we start to sneak into that when we access the power of our imagination and we let our mind go on a beautiful journey, and we ask ourselves, if everything was possible, what would I absolutely love? What would I love to create in my life? And then we start to have that vision. It's like you're painting a picture of your ideal life, which involves your relationship, your life, your career, your friends, your work, your health, your romantic relationship, your friends, all of that, right? You start to creating the image, the vision, and you're painting the picture. Okay, and then what you really do is you set one goal. So your whole vision is like a burger, and you take the first bite of that burger. That is your first goal. And you take a goal card and write on that goal card. And the steps that I'm going to share with you are the 6 steps from Think and Grow Rich, which are really powerful. And they have been tested by Thomas Edison and a lot of other very successful people of their times, the legends. So the steps are, you write in present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have manifested whatever you want to manifest. Okay, if we really take this example to money, you can say, I have manifested X amount of dollars per month in exchange for. So if you know what you want to give in return for that, like service, maybe product, you can write that. If you're not sure, then you can say, I manifested in exchange for living my purpose. And if you are setting an intention in the universe, you will start to get clear on your purpose. Okay, and you can write the date on the goal card, like when you aim to, like when you are thinking you're going to manifest it by. So with the date, you can never be 100% sure, because that idea, what you're writing on the goal card, is a seed that you're planting in your subconscious mind and in the universe, in the fertile soil of universe. But you can estimate when it's going to manifest, but you don't know 100%. What I tell my clients is that if your belief is not fully solid yet, don't write the date. But when you're really starting to believe and you start to see yourself with that, start writing the date. Because sometimes what I've seen is that when people write the date, they're too obsessed with if it's going to happen by that date or not. And that doesn't serve you, because the more you're obsessed with the date, the more you're telling your mind that it's already not there, right? Because the whole idea is it's already there. You're just manifesting it. You're turning into your physical reality. So then what we do is we write the date, and you completely let go of the how. Now, we are obsessed with the how because that's how we have been programmed. Until we saw something or until we have been shown the scientific proof, we don't believe it. But here we have to go the other way, and we have to completely let go of the how. The how will only be shown when you are on that frequency. But the problem is, if we fully allow ourselves to be on the frequency and let go of the how, then there is a bit of fear of disappointment. What if it doesn't work, right? But my question to you is, what will happen if it doesn't work? You'll be fine. You still have a great life. You have your house, you have your family, you have your beautiful people around you, you're healthy, you are great. So what is the problem if it doesn't work, right? So, and what if it does work? So when you let go of the how, it actually does work every single time. There is no other way about it. But if you don't let go of the how and you're always looking for like the signs, I want to see the sign, I want to see if it's actually going to work, show me the proof, then it's actually going to take longer, because you are now focused on the how instead of the actually frequency. So how do we then tap on the frequency? When you tap on the frequency, the belief comes naturally. So you cannot force yourself into believing something, but your job is to tap into that frequency, tap into that feeling. And when you tap into that feeling and start to normalize that money frequency, or what you have on your goal card, start to see yourself with that. All you're doing is you're getting your mind to feel that it's already here and it's normal and that's what it is and that's how your life is. And all the data that you have given to your mind in the past about the lack and all of those things now is being replaced by the new things. Your mind is getting rewired. So what you want to do is you want to become a match, because what you want is already here. So you are now becoming a match by feeding your mind that this is my reality, this is normal, this is how it works, right? And as a result, you will start to grow into that idea. You'll start to shift from your older version to the version who has already got it. You'll start to think, feel, and act different. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to start to really feel that idea. Like, how would your relationships look like when you've manifested that money? How would your career look like? How would your day-to-day life look like? Where would you shop? Where would you spend that money? How would your relationship with your family, with your kids, like all the aspects of your life, you start to see yourself with that, and you keep planting and normalizing that reality. And then by law, you start to attract that from the quantum, because now your body, whenever you are normalizing that, is vibrating at that frequency, and you're attracting from the quantum the same frequency. And when two frequencies have resonance, they are in alignment, they attract. Similarly, like when you call somebody on their phone, on their mobile, you're dialing their frequency, you talk to them. When you dial into FM radio, you listen to FM. When you dial into AM radio, you listen to AM. So you're dialing into that frequency, you're in resonance, and you start to attract from quantum. And not only that, but also because now that idea has been impregnated, because you have kept impressing your subconscious, and you have actually created a belief, not by forcing, but by constantly impressing without attachment, without forcing, without waiting. You just fall in love with it and you let it go. You see yourself with it, you let it go. And now you are in harmony with the belief, and now you're acting and attracting in alignment. So naturally, because we are programmed 98% of the time to act in a certain way based on our beliefs, you will attract and act in alignment, and then will start coming into your life. Okay? But the key here is let go of the how, let go of the trying to force yourself to believe, let go of the getting too obsessed with the date. And also, in all of that, constantly ask yourself, who am I being? What am I embodying? Am I being the version of me who has already got it? Am I thinking like that? Am I talking like that? What part of me is not behind it? What part of me doesn't align with it? What part of me is still questioning that? What part of me is holding on to what happened in the past? What part of me is trying to judge the whole situation based on my past experience? Because all these things are dictating what frequency you are operating on. And the more you just indulge yourself in that frequency, it's like your guilty pleasure, and then you let it go. And then you indulge again and you let it go. That's how. And whatever you imagine is going to be copy pasted. Because I remember the day when I used to visualize attracting so many clients and having my Zooms full with people. And then one day when that happened, I literally felt like I'm going to pass out. Like, it's so copy pasted. So be very vivid with your images, be very vivid with the scenarios you create and envision, and release them afterwards in the quantum, and just let go and just know, right? If you really need that to happen, if your survival depends on it, you will always be too attached. So the key is you don't need it. It's not a priority, it's a preference. Because the truth is your life is great right now. Because if you're in the need, you are too attached to it. So it's about falling in love and just having so beautiful emotions about it, but not needing it. That's what brings us faster. Okay? Thank you, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.